Hello, Cousin Johnny here at the end of wharf number 2, right here at Robbie's
Hey, we have a little mallet over there, Frank.
Ocean Fresh Seafood. Coming in here to say
tote.
hello to Robbie.
All right.
Hey, Robbie, how you doing?
Cousin Johnny, come on in.
All right.
How you doing?
Robbie, great to see you today.
Good to see
How's
you too,
everything
Johnny.
going?
Welcome. Doing well, doing well.
So, Robbie, I thought I would come down and I've done a couple shows with you, and some of my listeners have been calling me and say, we're thinking of doing some seafood for the holidays.
Automatic.
And a couple of them said they don't know, they want to know how to fillet a fish, how to open an oyster.
That's what I'm here to show you.
Can you help us?
I'm here to show you. Come on in.
Let's do it.
Well, first we're going to do is we're going to get a salmon.
Okay.
And show you the proper way to fillet a salmon. I know not everybody goes to the store and purchases a whole fish, fillets it themselves and does it. But if you bring them here to me or you come to me, we'll process it for you. We'll cut them, fillet them, pinbone them, and portion it for you. Okay?
Okay, just
come on
reminding everybody you're at Robbie's Ocean Fresh Seafood, top of the line seafood right here.
Take a look. This is my main man, Frankie, here.
Hi, Frank. How you doing?
One of our main cutters.
Thank you.
Come on in. We'll grab a salmon for you.
Okay.
Just want to show you a quick little trip around the cooler here. So when you come in for the holidays, come right on in here for retail. You get your fish at wholesale cost.
Beautiful.
Not retail.
Thank you, Robbie.
Let me see, Robbie. Let me show what we have real quick.
Okay, let's see what we got.
The salmon we have right here, these salmon right here come from New Zealand.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
With a little tag in the jaw. I know nobody likes to eat farm-raised salmon, but that's too bad. These are approved through the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's called Ora King salmon from New Zealand.
Okay.
Okay?
So they've come from a good farm.
And we also get a couple other little fish I want to show you. This fish here is called grenadier. Okay? It comes from the deep. Very, very sweet fish. Not a lot of this on the market.
I don't think I've ever seen.
But we catch these come in with the black cod, which are cut.
So it's is it a rock cod?
It's a codfish. It's a white fillet. Very, very sweet tasting fish. And another one we got over here, if you want to take a look in the ice. I think I showed you this before. This is the black cod.
Oh, yeah, that's delicious.
Okay, butterfish, which is also a nice white fatty fish to have.
That is nice.
A lot of people want to have the 7 fishes for the holidays. I got the 7 fishes. And the one we're going to do today, we're going to show you right here, is a salmon, how to scale them, how to clean them,
yes,
and how to portion it for the holiday.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay? And also we're going to go over a little bit of oysters, clams, and show you how to open the oyster for the holidays.
I know
so
a lot of guys got trouble opening oysters.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But
I think I almost lost my hand.
I've done it a few times, lost a couple of puncture wounds. But also show you the proper way to store them in your refrigerator at home. No different than I do here at my market.
Yeah.
You can see the clams, the oysters, and the mussels. I don't put a lot of ice on them at night because I don't want the fresh water to get into the oyster and change the flavor. So that's why they're in perforated trays so the water runs through them.
Robbie, are those Blue Point oysters?
These ones here are called Kumamoto's. We are from Humboldt County, California.
Okay.
The Blue Points we have over here in the box. Those come from the East Coast, which people use a lot of those for the oyster Rockefeller.
Let's say somebody gets some oysters and some clams. What's the lifespan if they're in the refrigerator? How long can you keep them?
You can keep them for about at least a good 3-4 days, but
3-4 days.
You really don't want to because you'll use them up by then. But easy way to pop them open. People can't open an oyster with an oyster knife or even a screwdriver. So a good way to do it, if you get hot, really, really boiling water, you can go drop the oysters in the water for about a minute or two. It'll blanch them. It'll pop them open and take them out right away.
Wow,
that's an easy way to do it rather than having to risk your fingers being stabbed. And
that's a good tip, Robbie.
Yeah, so to stab you. And we also get the oysters come in a half a gallon. A lot of people buy them like this for the holidays. For oyster poor boys, oyster stew.
Those are perfect for
already shucked, ready to go.
Frying oysters.
Correct.
Too. Yeah.
You know, and a lot of different things. Scallops that we have on hand. A lot of things people might want to take a look at for the holiday. Sea urchin for all you Italians out there.
Oh, wow.
Uni.
Okay.
Those are beautiful.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it like that before.
Sea urchin out of the shell. This is now they call that uni.
Yeah.
Beautiful product.
So someone, let's say, with those sea urchins, they would make a pasta or what?
Oh, a lot of guys do put them just on a piece of bread with some lemon and manja, ready to go. One other piece I want to show you.
Sea urchin sandwich. Okay.
One item I wanted to show you real quick too. You can swing your camera over here. This is the bacala. If you can get a picture of this. This is the salted cod that everybody goes crazy for.
Oh,
the true Italians, they love this right here. This here, it's a 3-day process. You got to soak it in cold water, drain it, soak it, drain it, soak it, and drain it again 3 times.
Now, I remember growing up in Monterey here, Spaghetti Hill. That was one of our...
Oh, yeah.
That's one of our 7 fishes, Robbie.
This is it. I got the real deal right here. So if you guys really...
Like a cioppino sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And it's delicious.
Tomatoes, onions, and my Gubati Giuseppe Catania, his mother-in-law, he makes it for his mother-in-law. And very, very good product. So if you want something like that for the holidays, I got it. Come on down and see me.
Robbie, you can get any specialty item. You can
pretty much anything I need to get. Yeah, we can locate for you. Let me take you over here and show you how we're going to do the salmon.
Okay.
Come on over, John. What I'm going to do over here, take a walk. Oh, shit, Frank. Hi, sorry about that. Is easy way to take the scales off.
Okay, we're taking the scales off. Here we go.
You don't have to use a scaler, a knife, or anything like that. Get your garden hose right here. Lay the fish on the ground. Take the scales right off.
Oh man, that
doesn't damage the flesh. Doesn't hurt the meat.
Look at that. With a garden hose with a little bit of pressure will take your scales off.
That's it. Just like that. Flip them over. Do it again. Some people use a scaler, some people use a knife, or other means of
this is the way to go.
Scaling it, but this is it, already done. That's it.
Okay.
Okay?
That salmon's ready to roll.
And always pick up your fish by the head. The reason you want to pick it up by the head is so the meat doesn't break off the bone. If you take it the other way with the tail, and it breaks, it'll take the meat, it'll break the meat off of the spine. Okay? So that's the salmon over here. We're going to cut that fish in just 1 minute. Let me put my apron on.
Okay. There's that fish right there.
This is what I got to put on.
The doctor is ready for surgery.
That's what I do. Oop.
That's a beautiful looking salmon. Huh?
Yeah, these are. Again, people don't want to eat farm-raised salmon. That's your problem. But the ones that I sell here at Ocean Fresh Seafood are all approved through the Monterey Bay Aquarium, pardon me.
Yeah.
And like I say, the farm ones that I use here, they're probably the closest to a wild salmon you're going to taste for being farm-raised. And again, this is what I showed you before. This is a horse brush that people use to brush their horses with.
Yeah.
And that's what you can use also to scale your salmon.
Okay.
You don't want to push too hard because you can break the meat out of it.
But that garden hose did the trick.
Garden hose does everything. So you just take the brush itself if that's what you need.
Okay.
And clean them off. Rinse off the salmon a little bit here. Okay. And these right here are all the tools of the trade. Okay. My fillet salmon knife.
Yes.
Heady knife, gutty knife.
So Robbie, that's a fillet knife.
This is a fillet knife, correct.
And you can get that at any local.
Yeah, these are the brand I carry is called Dexter. You can buy them at the American Supply up on Broadway over in Seaside.
Okay.
And get a steel. Keep your knife nice and sharp.
Yeah.
And the reason I store my knives like this, if you notice, my knives are all pointing down.
Yes.
For the purpose that when we rinse off with the chemicals, all the chemicals rinse off the knife. They don't sit up like this.
Oh, perfect.
And get onto the handle. You
Got it.
hose them off and ready to go.
Okay.
So let me show you how to do this properly. I'll come on that side.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Nice and simple.
Wow, that is.
Okay.
I mean, you got all the meat off of that.
The
So
catch.
what's the key, Robbie? You
Knife,
go down.
the most important part is you have a sharp knife,
Okay.
like Frank will know. And you just hold your knife right onto the bone itself, nice and easy.
Right on the bone and then just slide.
And let it slide down. That's what the sharp knife is for.
Yeah.
You just hold it back, watch your fingers. Nice and easy. See? Just like that. Oh, sorry about that.
Perfect.
Anyway, there's a salmon. That's what it should
Okay.
look like when you get done. Okay?
Beautiful job, Rob.
And just one more quick thing here, just to say if you get to do your salmon,
Yeah.
let me trim it off here for
Make
you real
sure
quick.
You got a sharp knife. It looks like that's the key.
That's it. Let me slide back over this side for Johnny. Just take the belly right out of the thing.
Wow, that is really
Okay.
beautiful.
And then if you want to make your portions, we take the pin bones out of it for you also.
Yeah.
And then we start cutting portions for you. 5 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce, whatever
Yeah.
you want to do. Actually, this will be part of my lunch today.
I love it.
And that's the way the salmon looks. That's
Robbie, that is terrific.
it. And one other thing we're going to show you that Cousin Johnny wants to show you.
Yeah.
First of all, let me see my rinse off my table here. Oop, rinse off myself. A little cleaner there. We're going to show you now. It's already frozen and thawed out. This is the calamari.
Okay. We got some calamari. I'm one of Monterey's favorites.
This is one of the must-have 7 fishes for the holiday.
Automatic, Robbie.
As you can see, it's already cleaned. I didn't have any whole squid to do at this time.
Best.
These are the tentacles of the fish. Those are the squid tubes.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody that's watching knows how to clean a squid. If not, they have their own way to do it. And they're not going to listen to anybody else, but oh well. Since they're already done, this is the way that you can do it right here. If you're doing it for the first time, you can come down and buy a 2-pound package from us.
Okay.
Thawed out, very simple.
Nice
You get
2-pound package. Perfect.
plenty of squid. This year will probably feed 4 or 5 people, no problem, for appetizers or deep fried.
Or one Sicilian.
Oh, one guy like yourself. One Sicilian sea lion. And you can take the knife here, you just split the tube in half.
Yeah.
Just like that. Some people cut the back of the wing off. So the purpose of that is at the top and the bottom. So mainly that's the squid. When you put it into a deep fryer, it's not going to curl up
That's
into
Robbie.
nothing.
Beautiful.
Okay? Or you can make a slash across the middle of it. Also, too, what you want to do, get the mallet.
Now, when you, Robbie, when you cut the tentacles of the head of the calamari,
Yes.
where do you cut to get
You just cut right behind
below
the back.
the eyes? Or?
Right in the back. There's a beak inside the back of the fish. These seem like to be pretty clean.
Okay, so you cut like where the eyes are?
Right in the back of the eyes, yes.
Right back there and squeeze.
You can see right here the
There's
little
like
hole.
Yeah, there's something that comes out of
It's a beak. That's the beak that they eat with. So all you do is just squeeze it like this, and the beak will pop right out. These ones here are very, very clean, so there's nothing to choke. But what you want to do is when you get the tube like that, you either get a plastic bag or a Ziploc baggie at home, put the squid inside the bag,
Yeah.
get a little tenderizing mallet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to do it all day long. That's how you do it. Take them out. It'll be nice and flat.
Now, do you recommend pounding both sides? Or just one?
I'd say, dude, if you can do both sides, if not, one side should be sufficient enough, just so it'll stretch and it won't be so chewy.
Yeah.
And the same with, you don't have to do anything with the tentacles. These here are just ready to go. How you want to?
And what's a couple of breadings? Sicilian style bread?
Oh, there's no other breading
and
but
some
Sicilian
guys could
style.
actually use cracker meal, right?
Oh yeah, You can Cracker Miller panko. Panko breading too. Sometimes I think panko gets a little too thick sometimes, yeah. So you're able to gauge it with your own Sicilian breading. Some people just dust it with just a little bit of flour.
Yeah.
And that's it. Some like to put their own ingredients into it.
That looks really good.
But this is the way it comes. That's what. So rather than having to get it whole, cleaning it yourself with all the ink and all the other stuff all over your countertop, come down to Ocean Fresh. You can get it already clean.
What you said with 4-pound bags?
These come in a 2.5-pound package.
I mean, that's perfect.
And again, this is what you get out of a 2.5-pound pack. So you can, I don't know how many here all together.
Get some calamari and talk to Robbie about
coming down and tell me some stories and yeah, these are great for the holiday.
Oh man, that's,
or any time of the year, really.
Calamari anytime.
That's it. And
I know it's slow for the calamari season, but you have access to this.
They are getting whole squid now. We're getting fresh squid out of Southern California.
Okay, fresh squid, yeah.
And I haven't brought any in myself lately, but they are getting California squid again.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
So it should be back on the market pretty soon.
All right, good.
And one thing we wanted to show you wanted to talk about the oysters.
Oh yeah, I get some people that have called me because they know that I was going to come here and talk to Robbie. They go, "How in the hell do you open up an oyster?" So Robbie's going to give us a tip on opening an oyster.
Okay. Let's see what we got here for you. We got some nice Pacific oysters here. Grab about 4 or 5 of these guys here. All right. You see that knife there, Franco?
Now, Robbie, you told me that.
Yes, sir.
For that, for Car Week.
Yep.
You worked at an event and you shucked how many oysters?
Frank, my guy here and myself, we went to the concourse up at the airport.
Yeah.
At the Jet Center, and we did 1,200 oysters in 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was kind of just nonstop production. And once you get it down, I used to be able to do it like this without any gloves on, but then I got a lot of puncture wounds, and it was
put gloves, right?
Yeah. Or
you suggest maybe just like a rubber glove?
Rubber glove, or like I'm going to show you now. Just get a towel at home.
And a towel, rubber glove and a towel.
Just like this, you put a towel down and put the oyster, cover the top of the oyster. Okay. And as you do the oyster, you don't want to face the knife up. You want to be able to, you want to push the knife down. Okay. You don't want to stab it. All you want to do is go into about maybe a quarter to a half an inch, and the oyster is going to pop right open for you. Let me show you here. Watch this. You'll hear it. Hear that?
Yeah.
That's the oyster popping open. And you don't want to push your knife all the way through. Yeah. What you're going to do is you're going to stab the oyster. It'll flatten like a flat tire. You want to just come around.
Robbie, there's a little groove there that the knife goes in on the oyster.
Correct. It's always on one side. You can see right here.
Let me.
All the oysters here.
Can you hold one up?
Sure.
I want to look at that groove.
Right here. On all the oysters, they all have the same thing on the backside. Okay, you can't really open them from the front unless it's a dead oyster.
Yeah. Nice.
And once you pop it open, you don't want to stab your knife all the way inside. You end up stabbing the meat. So you just want to take your knife and bring it around just like this here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a beautiful oyster right there. Okay.
Okay. So
what you want to do is just take your knife. Don't scratch the side of the shell. Don't dig on it.
Now, should you rinse it, Robbie, or not?
If there's a lot of mud on it, yeah. I mean, I rinse the outsides of them. But as far as the inside, no. If you open it cleanly like this, all you do is take your knife. This is the muscle right here.
Yeah.
It's called the abductor muscle. And you just run it to the bottom of the shell, and it pulls off.
All right.
And this is what you're going to end up with, so you see it.
Ah, that's what you call
already done.
That's what you call fresh.
Okay.
Beautiful, Robbie. Beautiful.
Just like that. You don't want to take your knife.
Yeah.
And go like this, because what happens is you end up chipping the shell. You're going to end up burying it.
Basically, just get a glove, get a towel.
That's it.
And just get your knife, and there's a little groove. Just slightly go in there, move it around.
Right here on the back side.
And it should open up.
See right here? And this goes on one side of the oyster. You just push down nice and easy. You gradually turn and push in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll break up like they just did here. Okay? And you just take your knife and go around it. Sometimes the shell breaks apart. It's going to happen. And you just try to open the oyster little by little.
Yeah. You're gonna get a tough one every now and then.
Yeah. Let me try that one there. Just cracked up on us. Oh well. Good example of not what you don't want to do. Again, see, I'm only going in about a quarter inch.
Yeah.
Pops
Oh,
open.
it
It pops
pops right
open just
up.
like that.
Beautiful.
Run your knife around just a little easy, raj.
Yeah.
And there's your
that looks
oyster.
great, Robbie. Beautiful.
You like a raw oyster, Johnny?
No.
Okay. And that's how your oysters should look when you get done. Okay? Nice and clean on both sides. No dirt on the shell. Suck it right down.
Beautiful.
All right? And as far as everything else, I think, anything else you want to look at?
What about-
Clams themselves, you're just going to basically going to steam the clam.
Okay.
People, I mean, I learned the hard way when I'm not a chef at any means, so don't go by my recommendation.
Yeah,
But
you know,
when you're doing the clams itself in the water, you only put in, depending if you have a 5-pound bag of clams, especially for the holidays.
Okay.
Everybody knows how to do that part. Just about maybe about I don't know, 2-3 inches of water.
3 inches of water.
In the pan or in the pot.
Yeah.
Put the clams in. Once it starts steaming, you put the clams in. I always put a nice little row of garlic, parsley, hit it with some white wine. Some people put a chunk of butter on at the end.
Now, the clams have a tendency of extracting water on their own. So
yeah, but what you want to do is before you do the clams, is you want to put them in a bowl inside your sink. Don't put any salt in it. Don't put nothing. You can put regular water. Well, you can put some salt in it. Pardon me, a little bit of salt. You want them to purge. You want them to open up a little bit and they'll spit sand out.
Wow. Nice.
Maybe for about an hour or so while you're prepping stuff earlier in the morning.
Now, how long do you think that the steaming of the clams?
If you're doing a 5-pound bag, it'd probably take you 3-4 minutes. I'm assuming. Maybe less, maybe longer, but
not that long.
Usually a lot
Beautiful,
less.
Robbie. That's really great.
And that's it. You know, nice, simple. And then when you store them in your cooler, once you cook them, you don't want to put them back in the cooler. You want to keep them outside.
So, Robbie,
excuse me.
Well, thank you for these great tips. On
you got it.
Because I know the holidays are coming up, and a lot of people are thinking of coming down to the wharf and getting some fish.
We're right here,
so,
beautiful Monterey Bay. You can't beat it right here.
And here at Robbie's Ocean Fresh Seafood.
Correct.
Come down and say hello to Robbie, and if you have any questions, believe me, he's happy to talk to you.
Come on, when you get to the end of the pier, wharf number 2, go to the right side of the building. A lot of people come in and say, "I never knew you were here." It's a hidden secret.
So when you get to the building,
hidden gem.
When you get to the building at the end of Wharf 2, veer to your right, and you'll see Robbie's Ocean Fresh Seafood.
Myself, Frank.
Frank will be here.
He's the one that'll cut your fish for you.
Thank you, Frank.
If you're making orders, if you're going to do anything before Christmas, I recommend let me know by this week here, because it's going to come to Christmas Eve and it's going to be a madhouse on the wharf, and I'm only taking a certain amount of orders. So if you want calamari, if you want oysters, you want salmon, or you want anything for the holiday, bacalao, prawns, whatever you want to get, I recommend get a hold of me.
We got New Year's Eve, New Year's Day coming up.
My number is 831
212 0231.
So call me anytime.
Actually, anytime after the holidays.
Yeah, even at night. Call me after hours. My phone's always on for you.
Treat yourself to a nice piece of fresh fish.
Yeah,
that's good for the heart.
You got it.
Okay, Robbie, we appreciate you spending some time with us, and
you got it.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to meeting new customers. So come on down. Again,
come on down.
You get it here at wholesale rather than a retail price.
And
hopefully, not to cut you off there, hopefully we'll have crab. It's going to be iffy, local crabs anyway for Christmas. If not, they should be coming out of Northern California.
And then when you get the crab, we're gonna show the listeners out there.
Correct.
How to.
I'm gonna show you the way. I'm gonna show you the way that I cook them.
And how to dress the crab.
How to dress the crab. How to cook a crab. How to eat the butter. How to eat a whole crab. All that good stuff. Everybody knows how to do it. I know they do. Okay. Everybody's a professional, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm a rookie.
So Robbie, thank you so much.
But I'll show you how to do it my way.
Come on down and see Robbie and Cousin Johnny out, and make sure you tell Robbie Cousin sent you.
You got it.
Thank you.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale, Robbie.